Welcome to the Dork Dead channel, and here we go. This is the Continental. We're looking at a John Wick prequel series that's been announced for a streaming service of Peacock. Originally, we were looking at streaming it on Stars, but has since been changed to Peacock. It looks like it's premiering in early 23. Hasn't been given an exact date yet, but it's going to be around the same time that John Wick 4 Blackout hits theaters. Um, Looks like Peacock has it for at least 3 years, so it's you know that's where you'll look to stream it for a while. It is convenient, I guess, that the other three John Wick movies are present on the Peacock app, so it's something you can binge and then watch the prequel series um, if you so intend to. Really, the series is looking at a younger version of Winston Scott, the owner of the Continental. So we're going back to 1975, New York City, and we're looking at how he gains control of the hotel. Um, Mentions that it's a terrible time. It looks like there's a lot going on around his area, and it looks like he's going to be working a little bit with the underground, and then gain control of the Continental in whichever way that obviously that happens. We have a younger version of the concierge. This is Aomidi. Looks like this is his first film that's or TV series that's been released. From his IMBD, it looks like he's going to be starring in, or at least appearing in, the next Hunger Games movie or series. I don't have an intention in watching that, but it's interesting. Both are coming out next year for his first appearances. I'm not overly familiar with Colin, who's playing the younger version of Winston Scott. It looks like he's in Flight Attendant and a couple other Purge TV series and stuff. But anyway, that's cutting the younger versions. You can see similarities there. I'm more interested on seeing the concierge with the glasses. That's pretty key there, right? And then I wonder if he's going to have an interest in some dogs, because obviously he is very attached to John Wick's animals. So, or dog, I guess, not animals, plural. So I'm wondering if we're going to see, maybe he's attached to a dog from back in 1975. The other confirmed cast we're looking at is Mel Gibson, who is the king of 80s um, action films. So it sort of makes sense that we're seeing him in this kind of category here, playing a new character. Don't know much about it, but it looks like from the everything that I've seen thus far, looks like he's gonna have a pretty big role in in this. So I'm almost wondering if he's gonna be the current leader of the Continental. We have Peter Green appearing as Uncle Charlie, or the younger version of Uncle Charlie. Uncle Charlie is the owner or operator of the body disposal company, which is in the first two John Wick movies, where he comes to the house, cleans up the house. So, kind of interesting there. I honestly, I think the only thing I recognize Green from is The Mask, which he plays a prevalent role in. Then we have Jeremy Bob making awesome appearance as a new character, Mayhew. I'm wondering, since this is a Russian character, I'm wondering if there's any relation at all to Vigo, or if we're going to see a cameo, perhaps, of a younger version of Vigo. He's not going to be a teenager, but he's it'll be kind of interesting to see if we do have kind of a play on with that. Um, and then we have a few other actors to the right that are mentioned as supporting characters. The only one I really recognize from the limited amount of TV and movies I watch is Hubert, who stars or plays a part in Doctor Death, the TV series on Peacock. He plays a nurse, and he does a pretty good job at that. But I believe there's a couple that we're looking at that are a little newer. Um, but I'm wondering, looking at kind of the cameos, this is, if you think about the older casts, So, are we going to see the Bowery King? Are we going to see Lawrence Fishburne's character as a younger version? Especially since it's mentioned that we're looking at a little bit of the underground world, and who is the king of both the docks and the, the up high and the down low is Lawrence. So, kind of see how that plays out. As I mentioned, Vigo would be interesting. Um, are we going to see a ballet director appearance who played a key part in John Wick 3? Kind of interesting to see if that's it all connected. And then kind of playing with that, we're going to see John Wick, not Keanu. Keanu is confirmed not to be in it, and of course, why would he be? Um, but considering Keanu was born in '64, this is 1975. This takes place in 1975. Did we see a teenage John Wick or Jordani Jovanovich, um, John Wick's origin name? Are we going to see a version of him, which would be kind of interesting um, to play in? There's going to be a three episode um, series, so it's going to be fairly short, but it's probably going to be, I would assume, lengthier. I would hope close to an hour um, episodes, and I don't see any mention of a season 2 as of yet. So that's what we're looking at thus far, and then kind of what we're looking at after this series. So as I mentioned, the John Wick 4 and the Continental are both released early 23. John Wick 5 has been confirmed. They were originally going to shoot them back to back with John Wick 4 and 5, but that's they decided against that. And so we'll kind of see how Keanu and John are at the end of John Wick 4, but that one is confirmed with Keanu. Ballerina, I don't know if that's a code name or the title of the film altogether. It does not have a date assigned to it, but it has been confirmed that Ana de Armas is going to be starring in that, as she stars in a lot of films as of late. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. I don't, again, not a whole lot of details there, so I'm not sure if it's in the same era as the current John Wick or if it's earlier or later. So kind of interesting to see how that plays out. And then we have Halle Berry and or slash Sophia kind of mentioned as a spinoff. Halle mentioned it or alluded to it that it's possible. It kind of looked like, if we're looking at the if we're looking at John Wick 3, it almost looks like there was a idea of spinning her off with how everything played out. There's a lot of focus on Halle Berry at points where you're like, all right, can we get approval for her to be in her own series? It kind of reminded me of, as of recently, like a Boba Fett kind of cameos in Mandalorian, where it's like a soft, is this going to work? And then, yep, it is. So we'll confirm that the series gets played off. Or was it like Stranger Things when Elle goes to Chicago with that atrocious episode that we skip, everybody skips every time? So hopefully, I mean, this one looks to be more well done. I mean, I liked Sophia's role in the series. If it is done, there's gonna be lots of dog training. That's all I know. But the whole action sequence was really well done. So, I'm kind of hoping for that one as well. This is interesting to see all these John Wick, world being built up. And considering, if you look at the end of John Wick 2 with all the characters that are in Central Park, or, all of those belong to the Continental or belong to Winston in some way. So are we looking at, a giant world that is never ending, or are we going to see the end of this series here soon-ish? I guess that's to be determined, but there's lots of possibilities there. I also did see this cool kind of idea that what if nobody was connected with John Wick? I think that'd be a pretty sweet crossover event. Be bloody. for sure. But it'd be a pretty neat event. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, and if you have any other ideas or thoughts or um, you know theories on the John Wick series, or I guess we got to stop calling it that in some way, but the whole realm of John Wick. So let me know your thoughts. We'll see you in the next one.